We're continuing to talk about residuals, and we're now going to talk about calculating residuals. So a residual value is the vertical distance of a single data point from the regression line. And what we're going to see is that we can actually calculate what the residual value is. So the residual value is equal to the actual y value subtracted by the predicted y value. So if we keep reading here, the actual y is the y value of the original data point, while the predicted y is the y value predicted using your least squared regression line. So y is equal to a plus bx. Some things to note here as well is that the sum of all the residuals add to 0, and the data point above the least square regression line have a positive residual value, when the data points below the least square regression line have a negative residual value. What we're really going to be using now is this formula here. So this is going to prove to be a very important formula for us. Let's just come back here for a second and see how this formula is actually working. So if I wanted to find the value of this residual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the actual data value, so this right here, and this is what we would call y actual. So y actual, the actual, and then I would subtract from it y predicted. So this would be y predicted, the value that I get from the least square regression line. So this is y predicted. And by subtracting those from each other, I'll be able to find the residual. And of course, if my actual data point is above the least square regression line, I'm going to get a positive value. And if it's below it, I'll get a negative value. So that is the main takeaway here. I'm taking this and I'm subtracting it away from that right there. That's what we're doing and what we're going to do in our next example.